Thanks for clicking on the video, and here today at Nerd Mimic, we are going to unbox a brand new copy of Heroscape. This is the first master set known as Rise of the Valkyrie, and it was published by Milton Bradley in 2004. Now, if you've never heard of Heroscape before, well, don't worry. We're going to go over this entire box, all the components within, and do a how to play session with my daughter. And you will definitely see the appeal of this miniature-based skirmish game. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but Heroscape is making a comeback. Heroscape had a failed Hasbro campaign to restart the IP a couple years ago, and it had unpainted minis. However, Renegade Games has recently picked it up, and they're releasing a ton of new information about their plans for master sets and new expansions, and they will actually include pre-painted minis. I guess that would be considered the deluxe version. They will have versions that are unpainted. Now, for their new master set with pre-painted minis, it's going to cost about $200. However, you can find a new copy of Heroscape master set, such as this one here, for about $100 on eBay. So I still think this might be a better way to go. And plus, you will have the actual original game components to go along with your game. So let's take a look at this cover. You can see it has a lot going on here. You have the futuristic warrior with a gun here. You got a soldier on a dinosaur here, and you got a dragon breathing some fire, and you even got some military soldiers here. So yeah, it's almost like a multiverse hodgepodge of characters all duking it out, and there are other sets for this IP, including Dungeons & Dragons and Marvel, and we'll unbox those in the future. Now, this specific set has 30 detailed minis and 85 interlocking terrain tiles, and these are all pre-painted. So this box comes with a flip tab here. It's held by Velcro, and I'll show you this photograph that's within, and it gives you a sense of all the components, and it's pretty awesome to see all these pre-painted minis on pre-painted terrain. And once again, you can use these terrain pieces for other games such as Battletech or Warhammer or whatever you would like to do. So I think it's quite a good deal to just pick up a set, and even if you don't like the game too much, you could use these minis for other games, and certainly the terrain pieces. Now, this first box set, the first print run, has water tiles that are sparkly in nature. I am not sure if this one has it or not. We'll find out in a bit. The later runs or reprints of this came with just plain blue tiles, so we'll find out. You can see here it has a catalog of what terrain pieces will have within. It has a little window showing one of the pre-painted minis in there. So you can see this is a older box, and it's a little beat up, but it's still sealed. It's held by tape on the sides. It's not shrink wrapped, obviously. We'll flip it to the back of the box. And here you get a sense of what the game is trying to accomplish. So, war is being waged in Valhalla. Valhalla is a happy and peaceful place until a discovery of well springs. The water from the springs brought powers and visions to those that drank it. The visions include images of heroes and warriors from other worlds and times locked in deadly combat. With their new powers, the Valkyrie devised ways to beckon these creatures and use them against their enemies. The lush lands of Valhalla have now become a war-torn and desolate ruin. So you could customize game scenarios, play one of 10 selected games, scenarios in the booklet, or create your own. Gets a list of components, once again, multiple minis, and the terrain pieces are the main draw. It does have dice to be used, and they have these turn markers. So in the game, you have, I believe, 4 little counters to denote in your unit wants to act first, second, and third. And you have another counter that would act as a decoy that you actually will not use, so you could keep your opponent guessing. So you don't use all of your units at the same time. So it's a very interesting mechanic, and I think it has stood up the test of time. This is a game I never picked up growing up as a kid, as I thought this mishmash of timelines was a little bit bizarre. But now that the multiverse is quite a common concept, I can understand the appeal of this. So I did obtain this copy, and I'm going to be happy to share this with my kids. So let's flip it back to the front here. And you can see that this is rated for 8+, and you could have 2 to 4 players. It says so on the side. Okay. All right. So let's get this box open. Once again, it's just held by some tape here on the sides, and we'll just cut those pieces of tape. Easy done. I'll flip these tabs off. See if we can pull it out. Oh, it's hefty. Maybe I have to push it out. Whoa. Wow, look at this. Wow, that is very densely packed. Okay, so we got the box off. And looks like there's a little label here. Important notice about the game parts. The water tiles, glyphs, and army cards are taped underneath the large hex tiles. All right, so on the top here, it looks like we have our turn markers. You can see this one already has a little 2 on it and 1. Oh, and on the opposite side it has 3 and X. So yeah, I think you have turn markers for 1, 2, and 3 units, and an X as a decoy, and there are 4 of each for 4 players. Okay, so we'll set this aside and enter. You see a lot of miniatures here, yes?
Yes.
Which one's your favorite? Do you see any?
This one.
You like that one?
Yeah.
It is a very huge dragon, and it looks like the wings are off, so we gotta attach the wings. Let's take off this tray here. All right. Oh, we got our dice here, and we got some, I guess, counters, I suppose, here. And then we have a whole bunch of terrain pieces. Looks like there's some singles wedged here. So these would be the grass terrain, I would assume. 1 hex each. Pretty neat. And then a whole big bag of 4 terrain pieces. So I guess they're all interlocked together. Some rock and mountain ones and grass, I assume. We'll get this all unsealed in a bit. And then we have our rule book here. All right, so we should take a look at this. Hold on. All right, so here's the rule book. Comes with something here. Small little stickers, maybe for those little circular counters. All right, battlefield and scenario booklet. We got the basic game guide and the master game guide. So let's take a look at this basic game guide first. You see this dragon attacking a warrior there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how to play. It's talking about the army cards. And you will notice these cards aren't in your standard rectangular shape. It has this interesting hexagonal type pattern to it. I believe there are 2 sides to these cards. The first side will be the basic side, and the second side is more advanced side with specialized powers. Gives you an example of how to play, showing how you can count for elevation for movement here. Moving to water, I believe every time you hit water, you have to stop all the movement completely. Flip it to the back here. Explain about sight, all the standard stuff. Okay, so this master game guide here. Flip it open. Looks like there's a little backstory here. set up your field to play, give you more detailed examples of what the army tiles say. So here are the stats, the life points, movement, range, attack and defense, personality, size and height, special powers. Okay, so this is probably more of the advanced side of the army card. Gather and place your army. Place your turn markers. As I mentioned, we'll have 4 of them. So even though you have more units, you only can place these 4. More explanations of movement type. Engagements. Rolling the dice for hits. And line of sight, basically you have to be able to see with your weapon and hit the red part of the army unit. Okay, so that's how they account for line of sight. Let's see, talking about special powers here. And so each unit probably has its own unique power. Okay, so there's that. And now we have the battlefield and game scenario booklet. It's probably how to arrange the tiles, yeah. So you set up, it's almost like Lego. Level 1, level 2, level 3, all the way up to the top. So pretty neat. You can run different scenarios. And I know there are a whole bunch of different fan-based scenarios online as well. And once again, there are multiple expansions and other master sets and can mix and match these scenarios all together. So a lot of replayability. Okay, so this is just 12 pages long. Okay, so those are the booklets. I'll set those aside. Let's take a look at these train pieces and we'll save the miniatures for later. So I guess putting this away back in the box might be a little bit of a chore. Glad I'm making a little video of this so I could see how it's all arranged. Oh, looks like this one does have a crack here. So we'll see if that's usable or maybe I can find a replacement on eBay. It's all taped up here. Let's get this unsealed here. Yeah, it's all taped up here. All right, here we go. Here it comes out. All right, so here we have one tray of tiles. Maybe I should turn it upside down. I think things are supposed to be taped underneath. Let's see what's here. Oh yeah, like some army cards there. Okay, so you can see how they have this interesting hexagonal shape. So this has your basic army card without any special abilities, and on the flip side, we'll have more detailed movements. So that's cool. They have a basic and advanced level. I'll get these cards and miniatures out and display them individually in a bit. Let's take a look at what else is in here. Okay, oh, so we have our water tiles here. So are they sparkly or not? Oh, we are lucky, Ender. These are the sparkly ones. What a good score. Yeah, I picked this master set up for, I believe, $100 while we were trying to get stuff for the channel. And once again, you can find your own master set for $100 too. I don't know about playing 200 plus for the new reboot when you could get the original ones. Okay, Ender. Okay, so we got lucky, Ender. These are sparkly water tiles. You see that? Yeah. Yeah? We got a couple of them here. Here, why don't you check those out, buddy? All right, we'll take out the other side. Oh, more sparkly water tiles. It'll be fun to play with. Here, you can take a look at these two.
What about the other one?
I will take a look. And I guess that's it. That's it for the army cards and sparkly water towels. Okay, so the only thing left are the miniatures here. Let's get this dice and counters off. Let's see if we could, it's held by tape here. And I noticed with my son playing with the tiles that it's not just tiles. On the flip side are little counters as well. So here is a glyph of Erland, a glyph of Ivor, so multiple, I guess, special power-ups you can have. And the other flip side here is empty. This one has more glyphs on the back. And I think it's just, yeah, it's a little tile just placed in there for storage purposes. So that's pretty neat, compact. Okay, I'm glad you found that out. I might have thought those tokens were missing. Okay, so let's get the tape off on the side here too.
Are these miniatures?
They are miniatures. All right, so time for the big reveal, and we'll get this plastic lid off. Finally. All right, so we have some huge terrain pieces here. These would be the ruins. Nice sculpting. You got bullet holes on the side there. And another terrain piece here with multiple damage on the ruins. We have this dragon. This is the favorite one that you like, Ender, right?
Yeah.
And the wings are off. Looks really well done. Very nice. And the wings here on the side. We'll get this assembled and displayed in a bit. And let me just hold this a little closer to get an overview before we display each mini individually with the associated card. But they look well detailed. I just noticed this bag of dice. It does have some customized six-sided dice to denote the hits and blocks. But it also has a 20-sided dice. I believe that's to just roll for initiative. A higher number goes first, I believe. Just very quickly, I want to show you the terrain pieces a little bit up close. And these are not simply flat, they are actually textured. And they have little cracks on the top, little cracks in the dirt here as well. And they all interlocked with each other. You can see they hold together quite nicely, but these are big hex tiles with some small ones, and they are held together with these grooves that you drop down the tile. So pretty sturdy, pretty neat, except for, of course, that one broken tile here that we have, and that would be this piece here. So it's a little bit jagged. Maybe I might be able to, put some heat and melt it down and smooth it out. So we'll see, but still usable as it is a big hunk of plastic. I can use the other sides of the tile to hold adjacent pieces. So probably still salvageable. So we're gonna start off with our very first miniature here. And this is a squad member of a group of Vikings. And you should notice that all these Viking sculpts are different. So even though they belong in the same squad, they are different sculpts, and that's really cool attention to detail. You should also note on the terrain here, it's not painted, it's actually a sticker that's pre-attached to the miniature. And the same thing also applies to the shield. The shield is not painted, it's actually a sticker that's already applied when you take it out of the box. So that's really cool. And they do apply stickers to, Warhammer logos and things of that nature. So it has been done before in the past, and it's really cool to see it in such a basic board game like this. And the paint job is fantastic, as you can see, as well as the sculpt. You can see the helmet there, it looks really dynamic. The cape is windswept and has some shading, and there is really a lot of detail on this. It's quite impressive to see in person. So I can see why a lot of people like this game and have a affinity for the pre-painted miniatures, as you can see in front of us. This is the second member of the Viking squad, and you can see he has a sword and leaning forward ready to charge. And you can see here this card is on the basic side, but on the flip side has their special ability, which is Berserker. So yeah, it looks like he's ready to do a berserk attack on a foe. So this is Viking number 3, and instead of a sword, he has a spear of some sort. And he has a really nice detailed sculpt with his shading of his hair, the shading of his tunic, as well as his cape. It's really well done. It's quite impressive. I think it's better than your standard pre-painted miniature for sure. And the last member of our 4-unit squad of Vikings is this gentleman, and he has a sword held high up, and he has a shield as well that is pre-painted. He has nice detailing of his tunic, and you can see he has some scale mail that is underneath his tunic as well. So really quite outstanding. And here we have our first Viking champion. It's Thorgrim, and he has a very cool pose, standing at repose with his sword at his side, and he has a painted shield, and he has a huge helmet that looks really nice and detailed and shaded quite beautifully, along with his hair and his armor. We'll flip his card to this back side, and we'll take a look at his special ability, which is defensive aura, and he has armor spirit. So really cool looking unit. So next up we have Raylan, a Kyrie warrior, and she is a Valkyrie. So once again, this master set is called Rise of the Valkyrie, and she has these cool metallic wings, a spear or javelin, a cool shaped and sculpted helmet, and nice armor. She also comes with special abilities, and on the flip side of her card, she has defensive aura, as well as the ability to fly. Now, you will also notice that these cards have a point value, so you could play an army using points. You can also see here there's a silhouette, so when you're playing the advanced game, you determine line of sight from the green dot, which would typically be the head, and then you have to match the red part of the body. So in the basic game, basically, if you could see like the wing, then you might consider that as line of sight, but here you actually have to hit the main body. The last Norse-themed character we have here is Finn, the Viking champion, and he's probably got the coolest sculpt of them all. He has really elaborate armor here. You can see his helmet has this eagle or hawk on it. His sword is glowing, giving him a sense of magical power here. And his elaborate armor and cape looks like it's made out of fur. Looks really nice, detailed, and shaded in. We'll flip his card to the master side, and his special abilities are Attack Aura and Warrior's Attack Spirit. And he is worth 80 points. Now we have some Martyr units here. This is Airborne Elite, and this is a squad of 4. And once again, all of these characters will have unique sculpts. So our first miniature here, we got a soldier, and he got a grenade ready to lob, and he has rifle held high. So we have a second soldier here, and he's crouched ready to take aim and shoot. He has a range of 8, and their special ability is grenade special attack, as well as the drop. Here's the third soldier. He also has a grenade in hand, ready to chuck it and lob it. And here's our last soldier in our 4-man squad, and it looks like this soldier's on patrol. Each of these soldiers have really nice shading. It's definitely better than your standard Green Man soldier toy for sure. And now we have our champion of our airborne unit. It's Sergeant Drake Alexander. And you can see his pose is really boisterous. He looks like he's taunting his foe. He has a gun there, as well as a sword. We'll flip it to the master side, and his special abilities include speed as well as grappling gun. Next up, we have a squad of Keva MAGA agents, and they look like Milton Bradley's take on Men in Black. This first miniature here has a rifle head high, and it looks like he's ready to charge into battle. The next miniature we have in this squad, it looks like he's crouched and ready to activate stealth, which is their special ability, stealth dodge. And the last unit in this 3-member squad is a female agent. It looks like she's dual wielding pistols. Now this here is the champion of the agent's army, and he is known as Agent Carr. So he has really large broadsword held up high as well as a pistol. So he does have range ability of 4, an attack of 4, and defense of 6. We'll flip it around his card and look at his special abilities, which include Ghost Walk, Sword of Reckoning, as well as Disengage. So pretty cool looking sculpt. So our next army unit squad is a group of samurai. So this contains 3 unique sculpts. And our first one up here has a sword ready to take out of his scabbard, and he's looking to charge into battle. So really cool looking pose there. Our second samurai looks like he's dual wielding here, and their special ability is Counter Strike. You should also note that this is one of the weaker squads, and it only has 60 points. So this is the last miniature in our 3-man samurai squad, and it looks like he's dual wielding as well. Not only is the sculpt pretty cool with his sword held up high, but the shading of his tunic is quite well done. You can see there's a lot of detailing there. Quite impressive. Next up, we have a new champion, Syvaris, and he is known as a Phalanx. He has a range of 9, which I believe is the longest in the game. Now this sculpt is quite well done. The hand there, you can see all the fingers separated out. So usually some small minis like the hand might be sculpted as a ball, but you can see all the fingers that are separated out. It's really cool detailing. The paint job is done to a high degree, or a high standard that is, and you can see his quiver with his arrows there, the shading of his armor. Really cool looking miniature to see, and definitely you could reuse them in D&D. Let's take a look at his special ability here, and it is double attack. So when he attacks, he may attack 1 additional time, which is quite powerful, and he has a 100-point unit. This is our first red colored card, and this denotes the evil army. The blue cards were the good army, and the other colors represented neutral factions. So this unit is known as Deathwalker 9000, and it's a huge mech-looking robot. I have to assume there might be some inspiration from Robotech with this design. Regardless, it's a pretty neat sculpt. He has this huge Gatling gun there on the side, as you can see. And we'll flip it to the back. And you can see his special ability is explosive special attack as well as range enhancement. So pretty cool unit to put on the field. So here we have a small robotic squad of just 2, and these are known as the Zetian guards. And here's our first unit, and it has a smaller Gatling gun, but a cool presence as well. So this here is the second miniature in the guard army, and it's not the exact same skull. It looks quite similar, but the gun is held at a different angle as well as his fist. This unit has a special targeting ability, and it's a small squad worth only 70 points. Next up, we have a squad of 4 Maro warriors, and they look like they're Hellspawn, but they do have range military style weaponry. Here's our first unit here, and he has a really cool shading. Looks sort of flesh clone and grotesque, but really nice sculpt. This here is the second miniature in the unit, and he also has a grotesque type of appearance. Pretty neat looking though, and his special ability is Water Clone. This here is the third miniature in the unit, and once again, they are all unique. Very well done. Here's the last miniature in the 4-man unit. Looks like he's pointing and taking charge, but he's actually not the leader. I'll show him in a bit. And this squad is just worth 50 points, even though they have range ability. This here's the leader of the Mar faction. He has a name of Negaksa. I suppose that's how you pronounce it. Either way, he has a pretty cool domineering appearance. His master ability is a Mind Shackle 20. So he is worth 90 points. Next up, we have a unit known as Grimnak. And you can see here is quite large. I have to hold the camera. If he spins around, he's just gonna knock over the card and all the other stuff. But he is riding a T-Rex. Pretty cool looking sculpt. I'll flip it. Next up, we have a very interesting looking unit. This is known as Grimnack. You can see it's a soldier riding a T-Rex. Really unique. Just never seen anything like this before. His special abilities include Chomp as well as Orc Warrior Enhancement. So I suppose that is an orc riding him. And here is the miniature on the flip side. Very, very cool. Sorry, I can't rotate it around. It'll just knock over. Next up, we have the dragon itself. It's Murring. So this is a really, really large sculpt, as you can see here. And even the wings are painted in a high standard. You can see there's little spots on the wings. Various detailing. Take a closer look at its face here. Pretty menacing to check out. So this unit has a fire line special attack as well as flying ability. And here you can see the back side of the miniature. All right, welcome to our how to play session. And what we're gonna do is do a simple little scenario that we created. We put some tiles here and some ruins, and we got an extra figure hiding behind here, and it's our little mimic friend. So the scenario is we got some Viking heroes here, and my daughter will be the Viking cards, and I will be these undead hellspawn type creatures. And I am gonna have to try to storm their ruins of a castle and try to steal this treasure chest, which is of course our mimic. Now we're gonna use simple rules. We're not gonna use the advanced rules, just to get a sense of how to play this game and show you guys. And later on in the future, we'll do an advanced scenario. All right, so to decide who goes first, in the master game, you have to roll 20-sided dice. But in the basic game, you take 5 dice of a single color, and whoever gets the most skulls goes first. So I'll use the red dice, you get the blue, and see who gets the most skulls.
Okay.
Wow.
You got all skulls.
That's an unbelievable roll. All right, so I guess I go first.
Daddy, how you do that?
I don't know, that was by luck. Okay, so my hero is over here in the middle, and I can basically move one unit and then we alternate. And the master game can move 3 different ones, but that's for a different time. Now, we're only gonna move 1 unit per card or turn. In the master game, can move an entire squad. So you can actually move 4 small units as opposed to a stronger champion unit. But we're gonna keep it really simple here for this basic introduction game. So I'm gonna take one of my regular squad members here and then move 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna sort of hide here. And I think you can see your Viking over there. So he's gonna try to shoot him. He has a range of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see him. And to attack, he gets 2 red dice. All right, so you got 2 red dice. And for defense, this is your regular Viking warrior, and he gets 4 defense. So he gets 4 dice. So basically you want to get
shields?
Yeah, you want to roll shields, and I want to roll skulls. So no hit. So I don't do any damage. If I did any damage, that unit's automatically defeated. In the advanced game, there are hit points, but here it's just 1 hit, you're out. Okay? All right, your turn. Which unit would you like to move?
Strong guy.
Okay.
How much can I move?
His range is 5.
But what
So these are your regular units, and they're here. They move 4. You can move or not move, or it's up to you, your strategy.
Wait, I'm gonna move this guy first.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, and that makes sense to move them out of my rifle line of sight, right? So my units all have range attacks except for my leader, and then yours are all hand-to-hand combat. Okay, so you cannot attack, right? So it's now my turn. So I'm gonna move another regular unit up, and I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and once I get in the water, I have to stop all movement, right? I can still see someone though, Oh, I can see your, well, I'm going to try to shoot him because your lead is really strong. So I'm going to try to shoot a regular guy.
4.
And yep. Okay, you block that. Okay, your turn.
I'm gonna move this dude.
Yeah, and I'm stuck in the water too.
I'm gonna attack.
Okay, all right. So he has an attack of 3, so he's stronger. So you're gonna use these red dice here.
Okay.
And then I have a defense of 4. All right, so here we go. Oh, well, you miss. You swing your sword, and it's because you fell into the water and splashed. Okay, now it is my turn. Now, in the basic game, I can move this unit out of range and do anything. In the master game, if we are locked in combat, if I move away, you actually get a free hit, okay? But that's not in the basic game. So what I am gonna do here, I still wanna move my units up. So I'm still gonna move this guy up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually, because it goes up of elevation, it takes an extra movement. So it's 4 and then 5. Now he's higher up. Now I can shoot this guy and I get extra dice because I'm on an elevated platform. Okay? You know what? I think you're actually elevated here. So maybe next time you get extra dice because I'm lower in the water. Okay? All right. So I am gonna shoot and I get 3 dice now. You get 4 defense. Oh, you block it. Good job. All right, your turn.
I'm gonna attack.
Yeah, you gotta attack that. I'm still lower. I didn't even move him. I should have moved him out of the way. So you get 3 dice and I get 4 dice. we both swing and miss and everything. Okay, it is now my turn. I'm gonna move this unit up too because I want to get that treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I guess 5. I get stuck in the water. I just need to grab the treasure chest. I don't even need to fight your soldiers. I'm just gonna try to go for it. I'm gonna try to shoot this guy though. Okay. So I get 1 dice. I'm just 2 regular dice. You defend. Oh, good job. So you block all my hits. Good job. All right, your turn. What would you like to do, Missy?
I'm going to try to swing again.
Okay, all right. So I get 4 dice.
And I get 3.
Yes. Wow, you did it. He gets sent away.
No, he doesn't. He goes on a floating vacation.
Floating vacation. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out here. Good job. All right. It is my turn. Oh, I'm gonna get out of the water. I'm gonna see if I could get your the treasures. I can move 6. I have to go up elevation, so that counts as 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm gonna get it. You gotta stop me.
Okay, I'm picking the hero then.
Okay.
5. Do I have to go down?
Yeah, but when you go down, it just counts as a regular space.
1, 2. Haha, now I get 3 dice.
Yes, and I get 4 defense. Oh, you knocked me out. Oh, man, it's really hard to get that mimic. Yes, okay, my turn. Okay, since I have elevation here, maybe I can try shoot at your hero. Get really, really lucky.
6 defense.
Yeah, he gets a lot of defense, but I get 3 because I'm higher up.
Wait.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Am I dead?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, sorry, I knocked out your champion. Zap. Okay, so that's great for me, but I only have 3 units left and you still got 4. Okay, your turn.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait. I hit 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, yeah, get high ground or whatnot. Okay, so I'm gonna use this last 1, 2, 3, 4, and splash in the water. Okay, and I am gonna, he is a melee character, so I'm gonna do a melee attack against this guy. And that's my champion, so he gets 4 attack dice.
And I get 4 defense.
Oop. Oh, hold on a second. Wow, okay. Oh, I get him. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
He gets knocked out. Okay. All right, your turn. Okay, so that's your regular guy, but he's higher up, so he gets 3 dice.
Mine was always 3.
Oh, yes, he's always 3. So now he gets 4 then.
Oh.
You get 4.
Okay, I've been playing the game wrong.
Oh, did we do the wrong?
Yeah, but it's okay.
It's okay, all right. Yeah, we're just learning. Oh, wow, that is a good roll. I don't think I could beat that. Yep, you knocked this guy out. Wait, hold on a second. That is my strong hero, so I get 7 dice, actually. Let me get 3 more.
Too late!
Oh no, our champions are both out. Okay, that was a really well done attack. Okay, it's my turn. I'm gonna try to zap them.
Okay.
See if I could do that.
Defense 4.
And hold on. I get 3 dice for attack.
And
Oh, okay. You block it. Your turn. What would you like to do?
here, can
You
you
get-
still attack though?
Yeah, you could attack.
Let's go.
Okay, you got some red dice. And I got 4 blues. It's canceled. Nothing happens. My turn. Okay, this guy is gonna jump in the water. And he's gonna maybe shoot at that guy in the water. So we're at the same level. So I only get 2 dice for attack.
And I get 4.
Oh. It's the same amount of skulls and
My turn?
shields. The attack
My
is
turn.
canceled.
My
Yes,
turn.
it is your turn. Which guy?
I attack that guy.
Which guy?
That guy.
The guy on the
Yeah,
platform?
that dude.
Okay. All right, I get 4. Oh, nothing happens again. My turn. I'm gonna run for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna try to get the treasure.
Hello.
How many can you move?
Yeah, 4.
4? Okay. All right.
3.
Oh, you can attack him still, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Daddy.
All right, I thought I was gonna be able to touch it. Okay. All right.
Can I block it?
Probably. Oh, I do block it. Okay, my turn. I'm gonna run around here. I got it. I got it. It's the end of our scenario.
Okay.
Okay.
What's in the treasure anyway?
I don't know. Maybe there was nothing and this mimic just eats that
No,
guy.
no. No, they go on vacation.
They go on
They
vacation.
get free tickets.
They get free tickets. Okay, so that gives you a sense of how to play. And next time we do this, we'll probably use the regular rules. It's just sort of silly fun to set this basic scenario. Do you have any questions?
No.
No. All right. What do you like about this system so far?
The 3D stuff.
Yeah, the ruins and the terrain are pretty cool. You could play with this later and tear this down and set it up for an advanced scenario in the future. All right, so thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night, everybody. Keep on adventuring out there.